Hello and welcome to my channel XRP Coin News. I'd want to bring up a hotly debated topic within the XRP community, the RSBT. The Fed will do a buyback. In this video, I'll be talking about the excitement that's been building in the XRP community lately. I'd like to give you my thoughts, but before I do that, there's a common misunderstanding I want to dispel because it's so vital. It's a common misconception that the Federal Reserve's XRP buyback exclusively entails the Fed buying the cryptocurrency directly from XRP holders. In addition, I'd have some really important information that I learned in a library that I need to share with you. Lots of people think the library lost big at the SEC, but I have some very upbeat news from a library case that proves crypto is not a security. It's crucial that you stick around for this, because it's going to be massive. The last thing I want to do is talk about why Gary Gensler has not been dragged before Congress. You won't want to miss a second of this video, so please don't skip ahead. Your continued love and loyalty to our channel is greatly appreciated. Be remembered to flip on the bell icon if you appreciate this video and want to see more like it. Below you'll find links to subscribe and like this post. These three simple things mean a great deal to me since they help this channel grow. There are several misconceptions about the Federal Reserve buyback that I hope to dispel in the opening minutes of this video. There is a widespread misconception that the Federal Reserve will buy XRP on the open market from XRP holders at an astronomical price. They might have arbitrarily fixed the buyback price at $50,000. The problem is that many people who see that number fail to appreciate the bigger picture and wind up missing the point of the repurchase entirely. This is the real reason for the buyback, people. Also, you guys, I never thought for a second that the Federal Reserve would offer to buy my XRP for $50,000. That could never happen, in my opinion. In the event that this occurs, I will be overjoyed. I supported the repurchase, but not for that reason. With the repurchase, I am in agreement. A government agency may try to seize our XRP if they see this as a precedent for seizing cryptocurrency in the future. Is that anything you think is likely? Doubtful, but stranger things have happened. Take a look at this. In case you didn't know, the United States government began purchasing gold from citizens at an arbitrary price and effectively criminalized anyone who refused to sell. This program began in 1933. Listen up, guys. While it is unlikely it has occurred before, the holders of gold was screwed in this arrangement because the government showed how much gold they would purchase and the person selling the gold to the government had no influence in the choice. Guys, this is what Jimmy Valley and the XRP repurchase are working for. They are trying to settle on an XRP price that holders of XRP can use as a bargaining chip. In the event that a government agency ever intervened in the future and said, "Okay, holding XRP is now illegal. We want to set a price to buy your XRP from you at the end, people," we would have a beginning point that is not rock bottom. Let's say the Fed suddenly made holding XRP illegal. We're going to buy all of your XRP. In light of the fact that the vast majority of us would vote no one, we have decided to buy RP at a price of 25 cents per share. We won't stand for letting that happen, and that's why we're doing this repurchase in the first place. We are not going to accept any offers that are less than 25 to 30 cents a share since, for the document we created, we estimate its value to be $50,000. Having the buyback now, before anything similar occurs, demonstrates that we already know how much we believe our XN is worth. Guys, this doesn't mean the Federal Reserve will buy it from us for $50,000. But it does show that our estimate of its worth is substantially higher than anything they may use to undercut us in the future. Gentlemen, it's only a precaution against a repeat of what's happened before. If the government tries to seize our XRP, it will pay a heavy price. Also, this establishes a reasonable market value for how much XRP holders think their currency is worth. I know that many people will see the number and think, "This is stupid, this will never happen," so I hope this helps clear some things up. You should know that it's not always as easy as telling the Federal Reserve to buy XRP. Its primary use case is the hypothetical future event of an XRP holder trying to have their coins confiscated. Not only that, but it also includes our opening offer price for negotiations. Put it this way, gentlemen, no matter how much you despise XRP, at what price, be it 15 cents, or 50,000 repurchase would you choose to open talks with the government? Let me tell you where I would want to start bargaining. Guys, even though I highly doubt that this would ever occur, I still find it appealing as a form of insurance. Since many portrayed the library's initial loss to the SEC as the worst-case situation, it's important to consider the positives. Before we go into the Library v. SEC case, I want to show you how we gained from this ruling. Thus, I'm in favor of this XRP buyback. Finally, it might prove that the LBC token is not a security. Bill, the library's attorney, brought up the topic, and he noted that the judge in the case has asked the SJC to work with the library to define LBC trading in the secondary market. This tells us the judge understands the secondary market bulk stock is likely not a security. Justify your answer. And fellas, have a peek at this bill I just handed you. What it says is crystal clear. It currently appears that LBC will transition away from being a security. Then, how does that make any sense? In this situation, the LBC token is a library security, as stated in the filing with the SEC. The library wants to shut down now that the SEC has effectively bankrupted them. The company will therefore cease to exist. Library. Despite the fact that the library no longer exists, LBC token trading will continue. Exactly how does LBC ensure the safety of the library? The token is not a security, contrary to the claims of the SEC. This proves beyond a reasonable doubt that the LBC token does not require access to any specific library. The similarities to commodities rather than securities are also notable. Ironically, in the process of taking down library, in the process of bringing down libraries and removing them from sadly, because library already lost the case, the SEC proved that LBC is not a security of library. The SEC appears able to declare the LBC token to be a securities, thus I don't think this will make a huge difference either. In my opinion, the LBC token sales made by libraries should be considered securities deals. I wonder what the SHC will rule in this matter. If LBC library closes, how can it ensure the safety of its patrons? The SEC theory that crypto is bunk, fellas, currencies, be securities is severely flawed, and I think the SEC case against Ripple is quite bullish. Now, guys, one of the most important things the library lacked in their case against the SEC was independent witnesses who used subs for their own purposes outside those of the company library. This made the library seem like the token's sole advocate, which is probably why they were treated like any other business. There are problems with the SEC. Once the library is closed, the shared venture ceases to exist, and LBC becomes a bogus kind of security. However, 11 amicus parties joined the court to argue that XRP is more than merely a Ripple payment system. We use XRP in a very different way than Ripple did when they first introduced it. But you can say whatever you like about it being the reason why Ripple is doing so well. As you can see, Ripple isn't the only company to outsource its advertising. It is also clear from the example of the library that the token itself is not a security. To classify XRP as a security would be absurd. Some of Ripple's previous contracts may have been in violation of regulations governing securities transactions, and those violations have been uncovered. On the other hand, XRP is useless. Thus, it can't be considered a security on its own. I don't know what happened to Ripple vanishes. If Ripple's XRP token is a security, XRP has been delisted from trading as a securities issued by Ripple. There is no point to it. That's a huge blow to the squeeze case. Guys, I find this quite amusing. They caused their own trouble by walking into it. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know that I've been saying this from the very beginning. Thus, naturally, I find it funny to see this come full circle and bite the sexy once more. Guys, this is the last thing I want to address. This is rather bullish, in fact, due to the fact that the House has new leadership. It has been questioned by many as to why Gary Gensler has not been called before Congress. Note, fellas, that the new House members won't be sworn in until the new year. The month of December will so be one of relative inactivity. The House, however, is ready to summon Gary Gensler to testify before Congress in the new year. What gives, guys? To be honest, I was hoping Gary Gensler would resign first. On the other hand, he seems to have mastered the art of giving testimony in which he says next to nothing. Maybe he thinks he can get away with this by lying about the situation. To be alerted immediately whenever a video is published on XRP News, please remember to hit the subscribe and notify buttons. You may see our other XRP history videos. In the meantime, You may catch us in the video below. See you out later. Bye.